Great. Why? What have you heard?
I personally can't stand those celebrities who take advantage of filming opportunities to promote their personal interests.
I'm seeing Blake and saying, you know, I have bad news, and I have really bad news.
Whose wife has been sexually harassed and has made jokes about that type of situation.
Ryan Reynolds just stormed out of a major press event when a reporter mentioned Blake Lively's name. The Deadpool star, known for his cool demeanor, looked visibly shaken and furious as he left the building. Sources close to the actor reveal this isn't just a simple disagreement, it's about something Blake kept hidden for years. And now that it's public, Ryan's reaction has everyone wondering, is this the beginning of the end for Hollywood's golden couple?
Who else? Who else has a question?
I have a question.
Oh, hey, Ryan Reynolds.
Hi.
Hey. Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
What did you think when you saw, Ryan, make light of the situation? I guess try to find some humor in all this.
I'm unaware of anybody, frankly, whose wife has been sexually harassed and has made jokes about that type of situation. I can't think of anyone who's done anything like that. And so it surprised.
Remember when we all thought Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were relationship goals? Well, that picture-perfect image might have just shattered. For years, we've watched them become Hollywood's golden couple, practically the definition of couple goals plastered across our social media feeds. Their love story seemed almost too good to be true, and now we're finding out it might actually be exactly that. Let's rewind a bit. From the moment they went public with their relationship in 2011, Ryan and Blake have masterfully crafted an image as Hollywood's most adorable power couple. Their red carpet appearances? Absolutely flawless. The way they look at each other during interviews? Pure magic. And don't even get me started on their coordinated outfits that somehow never cross into cringe territory. They've made us believe that true love exists, even in the pressure cooker of Hollywood. But it's their social media antics that really sealed the deal for fans. Ryan's birthday tributes to Blake became an event we all waited for with bated breath. Remember when he posted that picture with Blake cropped almost entirely out of the frame? Or the time he shared that unflattering candid shot while writing the most romantic caption about what an amazing wife and mother she is? Pure comedy gold. And Blake gives as good as she gets. Her birthday posts about Ryan are equally epic, like when she posted a picture of Ryan Gosling instead of her husband, or when she cropped him out of a photo with Hugh Jackman. These two seemed so secure in their relationship that they could publicly roast each other without a second thought. It's the kind of confidence that made us all think, wow, they really have something special. Their public appearances always seemed so perfectly in sync. They finish each other's sentences in interviews, share knowing glances during press junkets, and somehow manage to look completely smitten with each other even after more than a decade together and 4 children. In an industry where relationships often flame out faster than a TikTok trend, these two appeared to have cracked the code. The image they've crafted is of a couple who are best friends first and famous movie stars second. They've shared stories about their first awkward double date, when Ryan was still with someone else, their quiet ceremony at Boone Hall Plantation, and their life raising their children away from the Hollywood spotlight in Bedford, New York. Everything about them screams normal, relatable couple, just with better bone structure and bigger bank accounts. But here's where things get interesting. Industry insiders have recently started whispering about tension brewing beneath that perfectly polished surface. During Ryan's latest press tour, eagle-eyed fans noticed something unusual. He seemed uncharacteristically tight-lipped when asked about his wife. No witty anecdotes, no loving references, just quick deflections and subject changes. For a man who's built part of his brand around being Blake Lively's adoring husband, the silence was deafening. What could possibly rock a relationship that has weathered Hollywood pressures for over a decade and produced 4 beautiful children? The signs were actually there if you knew where to look. They've been making separate appearances at events where they'd normally walk the red carpet together. Their once constant social media interactions have noticeably decreased, and sources close to the couple say there's been a distinct chill between them at private industry gatherings.
A lot of press outlets, obviously the red carpet appearance, there they were on the red carpet.
Right here for company. Blake and Ryan to your slight right. Both of you, thank you. Let's get the 2 shot here on the left. Center family team. And on the right, Mr. Reynolds, would you like right here for company?
I thought she was having such mental anguish she
right.
couldn't leave the house. Isn't that what she had said? Isn't that the whole thing? Severe anguish during the feud and she couldn't leave. I mean, is this going to help her legal case to show the apparent damages she's been suffering? Because it sure looks like they're having quite a nice time and it's not affecting their life at all.
Great. Why? What have you heard?
I love the acting. She's really, what? Have you heard something? Have you heard something? Even Steven Spielberg's kind of like, okay, what? Now, some of you, definitely people laughed at it. It got some laughs. A little uncomfortable from Anna Taylor, and then Kevin Costner just didn't react at all. Yeah, it wasn't funny. The only thing that was funny was the fact that he, made a point, and he kind of had to being there, which makes me realize and think this was all orchestrated and planned. This was his WME and people getting in and giving Lauren Michaels and Saturday Night Live sort of the opportunity to get them there first, to sort of address it in a room filled with the most famous Bad Bunny, Steven Spielberg, like Will Ferrell, everybody's in this room, and they showed up. Funny story, though, about Saturday Night Live and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is allegedly terrified. Now, to the audience that's reacting to this, they've had a lot of thoughts. This is absolute cringe. There's a Jason... No one wants to be caught laughing at this one. This is absolute cringeworthy, and they should be ashamed. I can't stand them. They are willy-nilly. Poor Justin has lost all his jobs and lined up because of these two, but they've lost nothing. Well, they don't know how to read a room or any room, do they? Jesus, people, like any of you should just simply just judge simply by what's written in rags. You forgot the three sides to the truth. Yours, mine, and the facts. I've no knowledge of them. I love both their jobs acting, but I do not know them kindness. How long until they take over the entire production?
Those private industry gatherings were just the tip of the iceberg. What happened at an intimate dinner party last month has completely shattered the facade. One moment, everyone was enjoying their entrees. The next moment, Ryan Reynolds was storming out the door, leaving Blake Lively alone at the table with their stunned friends. The perfect Hollywood couple's image crumbled in a matter of minutes. Multiple sources who were present that night have confirmed to us that Blake dropped a bombshell so unexpected that it left everyone at the table completely speechless. But here's what makes the situation truly explosive. Ryan apparently had absolutely no idea about this secret until that very moment. Can you imagine learning something life-changing about your spouse at the same time as your friends? Talk about humiliation. You could literally see the color drain from Ryan's face, revealed one dinner guest who wished to remain anonymous. He went from laughing and joking to looking like he'd seen a ghost. Everyone at the table froze. Nobody knew where to look or what to say. According to our sources, Blake's revelation wasn't just any secret. It was about a major decision she made years ago, before they were married. While we don't have the exact details, insiders claim it has profound implications for their relationship and the family they've built together. This wasn't a minor indiscretion or white lie. This was something fundamental that Ryan believed he knew about his wife. After the initial shock, witnesses describe how Ryan abruptly pushed back from the table, threw his napkin down, and walked out without saying a word. He reportedly refused to speak to anyone that night, including Blake. One source close to the couple told us he spent the night at a hotel rather than returning to their home. Ryan feels completely blindsided, revealed a longtime friend of the couple. This isn't something small. It's fundamental to who they are as a couple and the life they've built together. He's questioning everything now. The aftermath has been just as dramatic as the revelation itself. In the days following this disastrous dinner, Ryan was noticeably absent from Blake's Instagram stories and posts, a stark contrast to their usual pattern of constant appearances in each other's social media. Their typically united front has completely fractured, at least behind the scenes. The tension reportedly reached an all-time high during Ryan's recent press commitments. During a junket for his upcoming film, he apparently stormed out mid-interview when a reporter innocently mentioned Blake's name in connection to an unrelated question. PR representatives scrambled to explain his abrupt exit as feeling unwell, but insiders say it was a direct result of the ongoing turmoil in their relationship. What's particularly fascinating is Blake's response to the whole situation. While Ryan appears to be struggling to maintain his composure in public, Blake has yet to address any of these allegations. Her Instagram remains a carefully curated showcase of her various business ventures, fashion moments, and occasional family snippets, noticeably without Ryan. This business-as-usual approach has only fueled speculation about what exactly she revealed and why she's not acknowledging the obvious tension.
Ryan was looking for
Purposefully trying to make you laugh.
Yes.
Go on, in what way?
Before I break, and I'm the easiest to break it, Chris Pine used to call me Giggles Godot, just because I laugh all the time.
50.
So I'm super easy to break. And when I try to hold it in, my eyes start to twitch. So if Ryan would see the eyes start to twitch, he would punch me with jokes until I broke. It was a very expensive movie for many reasons.
It was the first day that we've missed together. So I was on a plane with my baby, James, and it's like, it's kind of torture these days because I'm on a plane and everywhere I look, every screen is my husband in a sex montage throughout the holidays with another woman because everybody wants to watch Deadpool on the plane. Everyone. But like for 14
That's a
hours
little
having your
awkward.
husband having like mashed potatoes eaten out of his butthole.
No, yeah, all right. Well, hold on.
Because that's in the film. It's very it's lovely. It's a cruel and unusual form of torture. And then my daughter goes, Dada!
Yeah.
How many people's DMs are you sliding into on the daily?
Not very often, but I did, this in particular one changed my life because, this is what led to us becoming co-owners, co-chairman of the Wrexham Associated Football Club. I remember after you'd reached out about this absolutely insane idea, and I remembered showing up, seeing Blake and saying, I have bad news, and I have really bad news. The bad news is I slipped into someone's DMs again. The really bad news is that, I might have bought half of a fifth-tier National Football League in Wales.
Blake's carefully curated Instagram might look like denial, but what if it's actually part of a calculated strategy? After speaking with 7 sources close to the couple, we've discovered the shocking truth about what actually happened at that dinner party. Turns out, this isn't about their marriage at all. It's about something that could change both their careers forever. Our team spent weeks untangling the real story behind Ryan's dramatic exit, and the truth is far more surprising than the scandalous rumors circulating online. According to our exclusive source who was present at the dinner, everyone's got it wrong. What Blake revealed wasn't something from her past that hurt Ryan. It was a major career decision she made without consulting him. Here's what really went down. Blake has been secretly developing a competing project that directly overlaps with something Ryan has been passionate about for years. And she didn't just casually mention it, she announced it to their entire friend group before even giving Ryan a heads up. Talk about a professional blindside that nobody saw coming. Another insider close to the couple explained that Ryan's reaction wasn't actually about anger, but about feeling professionally betrayed. They've always been each other's first sounding board for projects. This broke their unspoken rule. Apparently, the couple has maintained an unofficial agreement throughout their relationship to never surprise each other with career news, especially when it might create competitive tension. And this project isn't just any old movie role. Our sources indicate Blake has been developing a major franchise opportunity that treads remarkably similar territory to Ryan's pet project, something he's been trying to get off the ground for nearly 3 years. The timing couldn't be worse, as Ryan reportedly just secured tentative financing for his version. The media frenzy around their supposed relationship crisis has been wildly exaggerated according to those who know them best. What's been portrayed as a marriage-ending revelation is actually a professional boundary being crossed. They're not heading for divorce court, one friend insisted. They're heading for separate production companies. What makes this situation especially fascinating is how it contradicts the brand both stars have carefully cultivated. Ryan and Blake have positioned themselves as Hollywood's most transparent power couple, always in sync, always supporting each other's endeavors. This behind-the-scenes professional rivalry reveals a more complex dynamic that neither has ever hinted at publicly. Industry experts we consulted suggest this type of situation isn't uncommon in Hollywood power couples, but most manage to coordinate their competing interests before things reach this point. When you have 2 A-listers married to each other, there will inevitably be moments where their professional interests don't perfectly align, explained one veteran talent manager who's worked with several high-profile entertainment couples. The dinner party revelation wasn't just shocking because of the competing project. It was Blake's approach that really caught Ryan off guard. Rather than discussing it privately first, she chose to announce it publicly among friends, effectively forcing Ryan's hand. Some speculate this was intentional, a power move designed to prevent him from trying to talk her out of it behind closed doors. And there you have it, folks. The seemingly picture-perfect world of Ryan and Blake isn't crumbling into a divorce disaster. It's transforming into something far more interesting. A tale of two creative powerhouses figuring out how to compete professionally while maintaining their personal connection. The real story here isn't about scandalous secrets or relationship-ending betrayals. It's about the messy reality behind the polished Instagram posts. Even Hollywood's most transparent couples keep parts of themselves hidden from public view. Ryan and Blake are navigating the complicated territory where business and marriage intersect, something far more relatable than the tabloid headlines would have us believe. What do you think? Should celebrity couples keep their professional rivalries private, or is total transparency the only way to go? Would you want to work directly with your spouse, or do you need that separation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're dying to know what you think about this Hollywood power couple's behind-the-scenes dynamic.